One piece of having diabetes in pregnancy that seems to make a lot of patients nervous is the actual testing of blood sugars. And today I'm actually going to go over the different components of the equipment to test and also how to test. So whether you have a continuous glucose monitoring system, you still need to be able to check blood sugars. The different components that you should be picking up when the prescription is sent to the pharmacy is a glucometer, which depending on the brand that your insurance covers can look a little bit different, but they're all pretty much the same in how they function. Next are going to be the lancets, which are the tiny little needles that will draw the blood from your finger. A lancing device, and this is the device in which the lancets go into. And most importantly are going to be your test strips. The test strips have a tiny well on one side, and the other part of it looks a little electronic, and that is going to be the piece that goes into the glucose monitor or glucometer. And this little well that I'm talking about here will actually draw the blood up from your finger once you've actually punctured it with the lancing device. Once you have everything laid out in front of you, you want to be able to clean your hands. This is very important to try to reduce the contaminants on your fingers. You can either use alcohol swabs or soap and water. Just make sure to dry your hands. So to load a lancing device, you're going to take your lancet. There's a stopper on the top that you're going to twist off. You're going to place it into the lancing device. Most of them you'll see there will be a little notch to line it up, and you will close it. A lot of different lancing devices will have different numbers on it. Now the number that you have it on, the higher up the number, the deeper the needle is going to go into your finger. So for individuals that have calluses, you may need it up a little bit higher, but most patients typically have it on 2 or 3. Now the way that you know before you use this lancing device is this one in particular. You pull back, and when you hear the click, that's actually pushing the lancet into the finger. So we'll go ahead and engage it again. You can hear the click. So we'll go ahead and get it primed. So that's ready to go. The next piece is you have a glucometer. You can see that there's nothing on the display. The display will turn on the moment you insert your test strip into the glucometer. When you go to use a test strip, just make sure it's not expired. So you'll see on the container itself the expiration date. So we'll go ahead and insert it there. And you can hear that it'll beep and turn on. Normally, when they turn on, there will be a little display that will actually have a picture telling you that it's ready for the blood to be received. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to clean off my finger. Allow time for the alcohol to dry, because alcohol is a sugar that if any of the alcohol gets on your sample, it can actually skew it. I'm going to press the lancing device firm. I've engaged it. Now you're going to see a drop of blood. I'm going to wipe away that first drop of blood in case it's contaminated. And I'm going to push for a second drop. I'm going to take that little bleb of blood, put it to the well. It has sucked it up. And a timer usually goes down and will display your glucose reading. Now doing the second drop of blood is very important, as I mentioned before, because of contaminants. Let's say you're in a hurry at dinner time and you need to check your blood sugar. You've already ate your meal, you're at that 1 hour after your first bite, and you're helping your little one. And this is just to show you right here I have some honey. Well, we all know that honey is a sugar. Let's say your little one is having a little treat, you got them something with honey, and you need to check your blood sugar. As you can see that I've actually put the honey all over the finger. I'm in a hurry. I take a swab and I wipe it. I still know that my fingers are a little sticky, but gosh darn it, I am in a hurry. So to get rid of the needle you've used before, because you should use a new needle each time, you can keep the cap, push down the cap here, dispose of it in your sharp container, load a new one, engage it, make sure that it's ready. A new test strip. You can hear the beep, it's ready. And it is showing me again the display that's ready for the blood sample. Now I haven't done my very best in cleaning, and I've decided I'm just going to check that first drop of blood. And it will give a countdown. Now it's saying that my reading is 420. That is clearly a contaminant on my finger. So you can see the importance of why you need to have your site cleaned. Again, when you're finished, disengage your lancing device. You can put that used needle, push it into the top, twist it off, and dispose of it. So it's always very important to check that second drop of blood to ensure there's no contaminants.